Marriage is not a feeling, Lynn. It's not a feeling. If you wake up in the morning, you don't feel happy. You don't move with feelings. Marriage is for mature people. True love starts when the feeling ends. As soon as you're done with that feeling, what happens? What happens on the 7th year when you guys are not seeing eye to eye and you're required to go and make a really good meal for your husband? Yeah. So I'm sitting with my peers, my friends. They're the ones who called me to the office. Come, we need to have a talk. And then 2 minutes later, they're firing me. One of the worst things I think anyone can do on this living planet is to give a pregnant woman that kind of bullet, because she's bringing in life. There's no one who should have the right to speak to a pregnant woman the way I was spoken to. We allowed you to come with about some money, like 3,000, 2,000, and get that to beef up the wedding. It was very hard at first for the family to wrap their minds around, tunalipia, tunakuja na pesa, na tunalipa kabla tukuje. Kabla harusi. Even on our side.
Oh yeah.
They were like, hey, Kanyo, we are not coming. Yeah. No, we don't. In fact, we don't. We condone and we condemn and we call what? You should have seen the ones who are condoning on the day
of the wedding.
They were
Hello, good morning, and a warm welcome to LNS. My name is Lynn Ngugi. Now, my guest today is a vibe. Even before our conversation happened, she's given me such positive vibe that I'm really anticipating this conversation. What stood out for me, guys, for her wedding, to me, pesa and you are backing alone. You guys, you gotta chip in or chip out. And you know that saying that says, mtaachana tu na, she is in a healthy relationship. And today I thought of bringing her so that we are able to learn from her what works and what doesn't. And she's such an incredible brand strategist. So before I even spoil it for you guys, allow me to let her introduce herself. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, babe. How are you?
Has taken me by storm.
What has taken you by storm there? What?
Your introduction was wonderful. Thank you so much for having me, Lynn.
Yes.
No, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yes.
You know, and
yeah.
I'm just happy. I'm just excited.
You are awesome. And when I say your energy is crazy, it's beautiful. Again, I always say life is a matter of energy.
Right.
You either connect with people or you don't. And this is not something you can force.
Yeah, I know, for sure.
Before we go any further, please introduce yourself.
Right. So my name is Kezia, Queen Kezia now.
Yeah.
I am a mom, I'm a wife, and I feel like that's the role.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I should ever go beyond that because that is my true calling. That is who I am.
Yeah.
Anything else that I do now would be a secondary introduction.
Okay.
So anytime you meet me, know that I'm always I prioritize my motherhood.
Yeah.
I prioritize my wifing.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Cause sometimes when your introduction, you know, I make a joke and I tell people I wanna be a full-time mom.
Yeah.
A couple of years to come, I'll have to tell my people, Vamoose,
I
gotta go and take care of my family. I always tell people I wanna be a full-time mom, but people think that's not a title. After mom, wife, there gotta be something.
Yeah,
there has to be something else.
That's right. It's so interesting. When I first thought of like my intros, I realized that I'm just a mom. And I think that is what spurs everyone. Like, you don't do anything. I said I'm a mom. A mom does everything. Oh. That's the job. That's the duty. It's one of the biggest duties and the biggest roles that you've been given. Being a wife doesn't mean that someone came and took me and then put me in a house.
Yeah.
No, it's an everyday duty. It's an everyday job.
Yeah.
So if you're going to ask me what I do, then I'll tell you I do digital marketing, I do digital strategy, I help other women. But who I am is different from what I do.
Yeah. And you're proud of it.
Of course, I'm very proud of it.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Again, I love how you talk. Your vibe is so beautiful.
Thank you, Lynn.
You know, your vibe is so... There's this podcast I was watching, and it's my favorite guy who was there, J. Cole, and Angie Martinez. I love Angie Martinez.
Oh, right, nice.
I get a lot of inspiration from her. You know, sometimes people be telling me, oh, Lynn, Oprah and stuff, but people don't know I get a lot of inspiration from Angie Martinez.
Wow.
And the energy they were giving each other on that podcast, I was like, no,
we're gonna bring it.
I have arrived now.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to try and reduce it, because if you leave me, my energy goes to the roof. I'm an extreme extrovert. I love life. I'm very bubbly. It's so bad. It's on my CV. When you meet me and you know me on my CV, you need to know that I have full energy and I want to enjoy life to its full flesh. Because God gives you that. He gives you the opportunity to enjoy your full life and to thrive. And so that's what I do. Yeah, this is me.
This is you, God. I love having you here, Kezia. I don't know how many times I'll say energy crazy on this show. But then again, I was going through, because I was just, trying to figure out who Kezia is and what she does. And I was feeling like, of late, it's like people have really given up on relationships. And I know you've heard this term so many times, wataachana too. Does it get to you? Have you ever heard people say you and your spouse mtaachana too?
Gosh, yeah. Of course, in the beginning, they usually like, bado mnashika mkono. Oh, mtakuja, mtafika. Because there's supposed to be a place where you're just not going to be holding hands. And I think the world these days is really, stepping on the marriage. And the conversations that we're having are really negative. They're really hard to have, especially when you're married, because the truth of the marriage, the issue is marriage is not easy. All right? It's not a walk in the park. You don't go in and then everything. You're two different individuals coming together. So you need secret codes for that marriage. And some of those secret codes are being spoken against in society. Like, if you don't feel like, but I feel like this feeling, marriage is not a feeling, Lynn. It's not a feeling. If you wake up in the morning, you don't feel happy. You don't move with feelings. Marriage is for mature people. It's two people who decide we're going to be together. Just the other day, I was telling my husband, we're here because we've chosen. It's not like we're stuck. We have decided. It's not a feeling we wake up and, the bubbles and the butterflies. And I wish that conversation would end. And dare me to say on this channel that true love starts when the feeling ends. As soon as you're done with that feeling, what happens? What happens on the 7th year when you guys are not seeing eye to eye and you're required to go and make a really good meal for your husband? Now that is when true love kicks in. And that's the conversation that's not being had. Marriage isn't a walk in the park, but you can't rely on your feelings to sustain your marriage.
Wow, marriage is not a feeling.
No.
Si ati nakufeel leo, nikiacha kukufeel, penda zako na mimi niende zako. Let me ask, how long have you known your husband?
Wow, so we met 2014. Ooh. And this is 2022. How many years are those? 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. The reason why I'm counting is because there's also, you don't want to tie everything. We're here for life. It's not really about the number of years. Because it's not like there's going to be, we're counting until we reach 25. No, these are years that are endless. So I don't want to pitch my marriage against the number of years I've been together. Because also your 2 years can be one of the hardest seasons. They'd feel like they were 10.
Or 20.
And no one really talks about that. Then there's the honeymoon stage, which was 6 months that could have lasted 2 years, Yeah, but we've been together this is now our 6th year. We're headed to our 6th year anniversary. And I love him so much. I would choose him again. And even when I say that, it doesn't mean that when I left the house this morning, everything was high and dandy and we were feeling my feelings. No. It means that we know each other. We've moved past the honeymoon stage. We're now in the maturity stage. We now understand where your challenges are, how you work, what you don't do, how I'm going to help you. Yeah, so I mean, it's been a journey.
It's been. I wanna get to this journey. Two things that I really admired about you. Number one, even when you got fired, I'm so preempting for my people. Even when you got fired when you were pregnant, you did not stop, right? Again, you're here saying marriage is not just about feelings. This is a choice that I've made. Man, I'm just willing to get ready for this conversation because I wanna learn. Sometimes when I sit on this couch, I'm sitting from a learning point of view because you've been in marriage.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
I haven't
yeah,
been like, all I know is I've been engaged before.
Yeah.
I have never
Yeah.
been in a place where I also feel like it's a choice.
Right.
Maybe I'm those people who felt like relationship is feelings.
Yeah.
Now I'm feeling you, now I don't.
Yeah.
So if you could please take us through your journey, wherever you want to start this, to where we are right now.
Wow, you've opened the whole playing field.
Yeah.
But let me start by saying this.
Yeah.
The most important part of marriage is when you're single. Where you are is the most important part to preempt where I am.
Yeah.
Why? Because you're giving yourself choice. You're building yourself. You know what you are, who you are, what you like, what you don't like. And that's the foundation of everything.
Yeah.
So when you go in, you're going in knowing that I'm going to find an individual who has fallen short like you are. When you're fallen short and you go in, say for example, we go into marriage and I know that this person has fallen short. He has shortcomings, so do I, but we're in love. But when you get in, suddenly you see them. I thought this guy, he never picks up his clothes from there. Hey, this guy, this lady, she's so noisy. When you see those shortcomings, why are you getting upset? You knew they were there. You knew that they were coming. What you're not sure about is how to maneuver.
Yeah.
So if I could just speak into that and say that the challenge isn't that you're in a bad space, it's that you don't know how to maneuver. Many times marriage goes up and then it can go down, deep down, and you feel dark because you're not sure. So you're not talking. Society's made things look very flowery. And social media is a brand. If you go on my social media, it's a brand. I'm not going to put post for you when we're having a fight or when I was having postpartum or when I was having all these things. I'm not going to put that on. So you're assuming that marriage is this photo shoot and flower life. It's not. So when it gets dark, you want to leave. You say, I can't stay with this person. I can't do this. I feel like that's where the problem comes in. So let me use that to start my journey.
All right.
When my husband and I met, we were both, by the way, we're very different. We're very different.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's a total introvert. He's not total, but he prefers his quiet space. I'm good with my loud space.
Yes.
And in so many ways, all the way down to what ice cream are you going to eat? He takes vanilla. Me, I want the chocolate mint with pistachio and some nuts.
Yes.
You know, we're very different. But when we go into that situation when we're different, we know that we're different. So we came into marriage back to back. You're facing this way, I'm facing the other way. We're not facing the same way. What we need to do is we need to communicate, to tell you, hey, I see this coming. Hey, me too, I see this coming. And that's why we had such a good foundation for marriage. The other thing that I would say now is that we were both Christ-centered. I don't know another secret to
a successful marriage.
I don't know one. And I will put my money on the table and tell you that it's God who sustains that sensation. It's God who sustains that kind of marriage. Because there are days when you wake up and you're like, this is not working. All right, so I'll give you a good preamble. So we got married. The first thing we did was we didn't go. I decided, it was just an executive decision. Yes. I was like, in African traditional. Sorry very much. Oh, sorry.
Let's go back.
All right, no, rewind. Okay.
DJ.
All right, DJ.
Go back to.
All right.
So how did you guys meet?
Right.
Like,
so
man, I want to hear
no,
this.
You know, I should have asked for permission, babe. I'm asking for permission.
Wait,
but
Kunta,
please.
I know deep down you love these shows, so I know you might not say that. Permission granted.
Yes. Right. Oh goodness. It was a very mature meeting. Hi. Okay, you work here, yeah. Which side? So in the office.
Yes.
I work in the, okay, you're design. Okay, me, I'm in the, okay. Then I remember asking this question. He's going to kill me, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Yeah.
I asked him, are you married? And he looked at me like, hey, sis. You know, his first answer was yes. Because I think he caught him by surprise.
Yeah.
He said, yes.
Yeah.
So I said, hey? Okay. 30 minutes later, he came and said, no, I'm not married. I'm just
playing with you.
And it was an office joke that I was laughing in the creative department and saying, well, if you don't get married here, unless you find your wife on the way home, because you're going home, so we're in the office on the way home.
That's it.
Yeah. And that's how our relationship started. We started off in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm the extrovert, so I was doing things.
You were
I was
shooting
moving
shots.
I was shooting shots. I was moving my chair next to his desk. Which design is that? Is it Fanta or Sprite?
Oh.
No, I was busy shooting my shots.
Yeah.
Until now, I always ask him, were you not overwhelmed? Because that was a bit a lot.
Yes.
But at that point in time, I also knew what I had wanted.
What did you want?
I was after a very peaceful individual. My husband's very peaceful. He's very calm. And that calm, for me, it's like it centers me, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I love it. Even now, sometimes he's like, Kez, you need to... And I realize, oh my gosh, I do need to, you know, tone it down. And that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes it's like a dance. You know, when someone tells you it's not because it's a fight, it's a dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so his peace and his calm, and he was so sure. Yeah, and he gave me some good masculinity. I said, no, here I'm good.
No
I'm safe and I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, our prayers,
Yeah,
please.
no, please.
We want good masculinity.
No, don't get me in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my husband's a good man. He's also, his soul is, so now there's a difference. Yes. When you meet someone who's peaceful and calm, but when I penetrate his soul, I mean, it's well placed. He's a very kind, loving man, deep loving.
Yeah.
And I find that's what attracted me.
Okay.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I was just like, sir, which way are we going, please? Direct the path.
Aye.
Yeah, kindly.
Which way are we going?
Which way are we going?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
nice.
He comes with a fruit salad.
Yeah, no, he came with a fruit salad. Wow. Again, Kunta's going to kill me, but he didn't know. He came, I don't know, it was not even, you know how you can buy fruit salad on the road?
Yes.
You know, they pack it for you in a plastic, and he came and he's like, hey, here.
Shikai.
And I was just like, umeniletea fruit salad? Nivo. That is it. That's the end. In trouble. Yeah, that was it. So we started our relationship. Mm-hmm. Because we're in the office, it was a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
So things came, one left the job. So our relationship now, when we left our work, now we're in separate work off spaces. Yes. And I mean, it was a healthy relationship. Mm-hmm. At that point as well, we also just really turned to Christ. And I think we had to really know what we're giving up, what's unhealthy. And those are the things I respect about my husband. He's able to identify the things that are unhealthy and the things that are healthy. Like, I'll tell you now, again, I'm going to be in trouble in this show. My husband did not push me in any sexual direction. He was there to relate. You know, he was trying to relate with me. He was not trying to get any, sexual intentions. And those are the things I'm saying are not spoken about. People assume these days when you date, you finish everything. But then what are you leaving for the marriage? So it's not a comfortable field, but it's to preset the next step. Wow. If you're not presetting the next step, then how will you know who you're dedicated to? So automatically I knew, he's not necessarily hunting for my body. He's actually looking to my soul, which is so refreshing. Wow. Yeah, and it leads a woman to know, surely I can marry this man. Oh, wow. A man who's able to say, this is enough, let's stop, let's back up. That was really helpful. Okay. So,
oh man, I love this. Oh man.
Oh gosh.
This show. I love it. Yeah. And so you guys will just continue dating?
Yes, we continued dating. It was very direct. We were headed in a certain direction. Intentional, that's the word I'm looking for. And with all that intention, we ended up, let's get married, let's do this. God. And it was a beautiful journey. We agreed. We're not necessarily, we don't have all the finances for this big gloomy wedding and, all these nice things and, shiny things. But we needed to be together.
Yeah.
And so he told me, I want to marry you. And I want on this date to be in front of a church with a pastor. And I want you to be there. And I want us to say our vows. And I want us to get married. If someone wants to come and witness, then let them come. You see the angle we're taking at the wedding?
Yes.
So
how
it's
about
not
the parents? Like, have you met the parents?
So at this point in time, yes. His mom.
Yeah.
She's my everything. It's like I found another. I love my mother-in-law with all my heart. She's wonderful. Those are the gifts I'm saying. I didn't even know where they came from. My mother-in-law is amazing, and she's the one who comes and come this side, my daughter. I show you.
Wow, not many people would say that about
and I'm
their
a girlfriend, please, yes.
And that time you are just a girlfriend.
Can you imagine? She's also my peace. When as a woman you need sources where you can go, and then she just helps you, navigate. My mother-in-law is amazing. So meeting her was also not a big deal. In fact, let me say my whole family, from my husband's side, they embraced me. They loved me. Please, Lynn, know that this is 2017. We've just entered elections. The elections are on 2 tribes. Myself, I'm a Luo. My husband is a Kikuyu.
Whoa.
So you can imagine, we're in an election period, there's a lot of tension. It's 2017, and there's a divide between tribes. Yes. And here we are bringing together tribes. So of course, automatically I was like, what's going to happen? Are these guys going to accept me? And it was amazing. Until today, I just thank God for my family.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
Bless them.
Oh, we thank God.
Oh, man, bless them. That's, these things, I don't get to hear them often.
Yeah.
And when I hear, I always know we still have hope.
Yeah.
There's still hope.
Yeah.
You don't get to hear people saying good things about their mom-in-laws.
Yeah. It's true.
But and they have their reasons, we respect their reasons. Yeah. But also now when you get to hear this, it's like, God ne bless to Pia.
Yeah.
Nah,
Amen.
Amen. Because
it's tough. And you know what? There's also a social narrative on some of these things. Like mom-in-law has a social narrative. Emael, she even has a name.
Yes.
Emael yako atakuja kwenyu. There's no boundaries, there's no respect. I'm one of the most traditional wives. I just know that when you go to your mother-in-laws, it's your mother-in-law. She needs respect. Yes, I have my nails done and my hat on and everything, but I need to respect my mother-in-law.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's the thing I'm saying. Now socially you're like, atajipanga, atajiweka, kwani alinitoa wapi? Hii relationship ni mimi na mtoto wake. Na hata yeye inasafa.
I'm waiting for you to do this thing.
But how is love found, Lynn? Why is love such a marketed gimmick? Why is it not an automatic response? It should be an automatic response. You should automatically know this is a senior. She raised her son to a place where I'm attracted to him. Oh. You need to respect that,
She raised your husband.
Your husband.
Your husband was raised by her.
And here you are.
And here you are.
Doing the thing.
Doing the most.
Doing the most. Yeah. So when we decided, let's get married.
Yeah.
But our marriage is very different because it was quite interesting.
Yeah.
And if you go on YouTube, you'll see I did a bit of a something. But I had thought in my mind that we're in love, everything's so peaceful. I'm looking around, everyone's so happy. Why sink both families into some financial debt suddenly? For no apparent reason, we're just now suddenly buying expensive gear. And I think that really twisted everything. And I sat my husband and asked him, I don't know, I want us to get married, but I don't want us to go into financial stress. So we hatched up a wonderful plan. The idea is, if you go back to traditional settings, when you're getting married, you scream, my daughter has found someone. And the villagers come out and they are lily with you. And they go. And they grab, a chicken. And they carry and they say, remove for me a fruit from the fattest tree. I don't know.
I'm taking
it. Take the first cow, the fattest one. Let's go. That togetherness, that community has been stripped away from us. And that's what we wanted to bring back. So my husband and I decided that we're going to allow the community to build, to be there for us and to create that foundation. So in now sense, what happened was we allowed you to come with about some money, like 3,000, 2,000, and get that to beef up the wedding. So it's almost like you come, watch us, and then support your food. You bring in the 3,000. So, in the end, it looked like we're selling tickets to an event.
Yes.
But that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Why? I don't have the financial ability to pay for 3,000 people
to come and eat
at 4,500 a plate.
Yeah.
I've not even sorted out the decor. We've not even sorted out and that is the reality. It's not to say that we couldn't have gotten there, because of course we'd have done this whole 3 years saving and all that. But why can't we allow the community to be that guide?
Yeah.
So that's what we did. And you know what? It was, if I could do my wedding again, I would do it the same way. It was wonderful. It was very hard at first for the family to wrap their minds around
Tunalipia.
Tunakuja na pesa. Na tunalipa harusi. Kabla tukuje. Kabla harusi.
Na wakitoroka
na mchele. Ni pilau ama tunakula nini?
Kutakitoroka na pesa yetu.
Sasa tutafanya nini? Hakuna discount. The conversation started rising. Even on our side.
Oh yeah.
They were like, hey, Kanyo, we are not coming. Yeah. No, we don't. In fact, we don't. We condone and we condemn and we call what? You should have seen the ones who are condoning on the day of the wedding. They were so excited. So I thought, what was happening? This was brilliant. You know? And get this. Now for that, when you put a sum of money on the table like that, now I can get you the offers and the discounts. Imagine our wedding lasted 3 days. It was a weekend. We were able to talk to a hotel. We used a facility to get them to sleep over. The next morning, there's full breakfast, all you can eat. People were having the time of their lives. Wow. Man. It was buffet, all open buffet, 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner. They were eating. Until today, they're just like, hey, when is the next one? I said, no, guys, really? No. But it was wonderful. I had a wonderful wedding. We were featured on papers. It bloomed. And when we got home, we were happy. We were able to pay rent. Oh, wow. No one was in debt. It was wonderful. We went on holiday, Man. Yeah, no, it was very nice.
Again, a choice.
Yes, it's a choice. It's a choice that you make.
Because I feel the pressure.
It's too much.
I think sometimes even the reason I don't like attending weddings, it's because I'm like, what did these people have to go through to get all of you here?
And they go through a lot. No one talks about the stress on the man because it's the man who's supposed to deliver. But the truth is it's very heavy on the man. And if you love him, why don't you save him from that stress? God. Because it's not his money, it's yours. It's your money and it's the one that you're going to use in the event you go home today and you get pregnant and you've gone into debt buying a dress. Why? What are you doing? As a woman, is that how you want to start off your relationship? No. Is that how you want to start off your home? Your children are going to sing that story? I wasn't able to be born because my mom went into debt because of our wedding. That's not the story that we had chosen. So we decided. Yeah. And we always do that. We always take a different turn towards events. And I think that's God. Because it's truly, his name be praised. It's him who's able to sustain us. And so we don't want to deplete what he's giving us. Yes. What he gives you need to manage so that he's able to bless the home twice and 3 times. Yeah. I love that. Yeah.
And then now you come in because your marriage was started from an authentic point.
That's right.
So now when you're moving together, it's like nothing changes.
That's right. You see, what happens is, and this is the novelty of marriage, you start off with this big wedding and everyone's there. But in 3 days, people are like, hey, they're married. Let's give them their space. And at that point, you start learning to respect each other. You start knowing how you work together. The teamwork kicks in. You know very well. I think 6 months to a year after that, I could feel the impact of how, the marriage kicked off the relationship. He was able to come into the kitchen and help. We were able to sort out things on a double edge. Wow. You cut the nyanya, me I'll cook. It was such good teamwork. It's the way you start off the relationship. Yeah. And remember, I told you how the marriage is how you start it off. So from the singleness and your marriage from the beginning, that's what sets the tone. When crisis hits, because Lynn, it will hit. In marriage, there's crisis, and your marriage will go down. You need to be able to go back and say, how did we start this relationship? We started it off with teamwork. We came together. We used community. We used each other. We held strong. We were back to back. Wow. Now that's how you get out of those challenges. Wow. Yeah.
But how did we start?
Yeah, how did we start?
Yes.
What happened from the beginning? What is it that you were doing? Because the novelty of marriage ends. You're not always going to be in a white dress. Yeah, sometimes you're going to be down and out, trodden.
I want to get to the kids and the job.
Right.
But before that, you said crisis come.
Right.
How do you handle yours? Because I'm sure it's not I love you every other time.
No.
It's not sleeping. Sometimes you sleep on that edge.
Yeah, if you sleep.
If you sleep.
Sometimes you're just awake like this, like, Father, help me,
What
please.
did I do? What did I get myself into?
Yeah.
How do you sort this?
Right. So the first thing I think that kicked off from the beginning of the relationship is that we were together. We were a team. Yeah. And I'll tell you now, many times I'm the one who's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And my husband always reminds me. He always says, these are seasons, Kez. You need to come, stand up first. I know we're fighting, but stand. And that for me tells me your partner, the one who you're choosing, because remember I've told you in an important place, find a partner who you're at the same belief system. Because I think for him and me, we agree. We will fight, and let us fight. But we will not give up. You see, Lynn, when you take a coffin and you dig a hole and you put it in and you cover the hole, the coffin is underground, it's dark. When you take a seed and you dig a hole and you put it in and you cover it up, they're both underground. But what's the difference with death and life? It's what's within the seed. Yeah. There's something that's going to be within the seed that will help you start off something new. And I think that within is what you need to look at from within the marriage. What is within your marriage? That when you're when you've been covered by soil and you cannot see and things are dark, what is going to get you to start again? Yeah. It is what's within. So you need to agree. My husband tells me all the time, we have agreed. We are not going to be always going to see eye to eye, but we are not going to give up. We have to navigate and fight. And the best place to fight is on your knees. Because there are times as a woman, you're just like, I am defeated. I can't do this. I need something from within me to start a new life. And this is maybe to share with anyone who's listening. Yeah. When it's dark, completely dark, it's not the end. It is the beginning of something new. Yeah. So at that dark point, very dark, gets very dark, because you're underground. Yes. There's no one, there's no noise, nothing. It's quiet. Just you. Don't come out. The seed, if the seed could come out before it started, then it would not grow into a flower. Many of us are in dark places in our marriages, in our relationships, and we come out before the seed can germinate. Give the seed time to germinate, because that point is where you'll find the flower blooming. Yes, that's crisis. Crisis is when it's darkest, but you need to hold on, fight on your knees, hold on. At that point in time, the seed will germinate. Yeah, be intentional. You need to be deliberate. Yes. You know what you're doing. You know you have an end goal. Yeah, otherwise every morning you wake up, half the mornings you're like, marriage is not every time you look, you're like, what did I get myself into? Sometimes I worry for him. Myself, I look and I'm like, am I the woman that he deserves? Maybe he deserved a better woman. Sometimes I'm like, if he's still here, I need to try my best. But you have to be in unison and wait. Hold right there. Yes, please. You said something important, because this is what happens when people get into a relationship. Right. Si alinipenda. Yes. Si he chose me. Yes. Si I'm the one he said I do to. Now you stop putting in the work, right? Right. Because I won the job. Yes. I won the lottery. Like, see, it's me. Kwani, it's me. How is this person even going to start divorcing me? But every single time, you must choose to become a better version of yourself for this person. You need to be able to upgrade you. You cannot remain in your infant state. As cute as a baby is, they never remain there. You need to grow. And that is self-work. Remember, this is someone else. A whole combination of experiences in life. Yes. Your due mandate is to give that person an experience of who you are. And you can only do that when you upgrade yourself. Yeah. If you are stuck, napenda salon nataka. It's so top heavy. What else do you have in store? What else are you going to give? What are you bringing? What else? We've seen it's good. It's nice. Your hair is fantastic. You're cute. What else? What else are you bringing? Because that other person needs to have an experience of who you are.
Yeah.
And that means you need to keep upgrading yourself. And this is maybe to the women. Many times you get into a it becomes now a cycle. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm washing, I'm sleeping, I'm washing, I'm so now you can't. This is your game. Now you can't. How are you going to upgrade yourself? You need to stop, take a minute, take a step back, move into some self-love, find dreams and hopes, financially sustain, get the work in. No, there's no one coming to pick you up and
no one is coming to save
you. And everything's going to be lovely.
Yes.
You need to put in the work. Yeah.
For yourself.
Yourself.
First.
Yes.
And for your partner.
This is why I started with self.
Yes. Do you watch Sarah Jakes Roberts?
Yes. What? Of course.
Okay.
If not, number one inspiration, please. Yeah. Love her.
Nah, you are such a vibe, Kezia.
Yes.
Let's go to the kids now.
All right.
Kids come.
Right.
You getting fired.
Yes, yeah.
And you still say,
yeah,
man, again,
yeah,
I'm a fighter.
Yeah.
Let me show you how this is done. Yeah.
You know, I thought, all these things I'm saying, I know that, I navigate, what? Now, the real spanner was the motherhood one. I mean, the spanner was thrown. And it came in I don't think I got enough time to be a wife before I was a mother. My baby is just as much the same age as my marriage. As soon as we got into marriage, we conceived. And I was thrown aback. So because there's things happening to your body, I mean, I was slow. I'm a very quick, agile person, and I'm very bubbly and on my feet, and I'm very...
Yeah.
But my motherhood slowed me down. And I was expecting people to understand that. I'm pregnant. My feet are paining. I'm really, I'm going through the motions. But I didn't realize that, unfortunately or fortunately, no one really preempts that situation. So in my work life took a bullet.
Yeah.
In the office, it was a very hard situation for me, Lynn, because I'm a high achiever. But someone came and told me that you are nothing in this company. We don't need you here. Leave now. Lynn, I always assumed when you're fired, first of all, the feeling is horrible. But the instance, it's like I stole something, or like it was an abuse or something. Like there must have been something that was horribly done. There's cops downstairs. The whole get out now.
You are nothing?
You are nothing? So let me just backtrack.
Yes.
That's what I heard. That's what I was told.
Yeah.
But in real situation, that's not what happened. They just came and told me, Kezia, we are unable to continue because you're... But what I was hearing was, you're nothing. All the things that you've been doing for this company is nothing. That's what I was hearing. Now is when I learned that at that point in time, it's called pressure. When you're pregnant, you don't need any impact like that. So when I was sitting in front of the people who were talking to me, I was in human resource.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting with my peers, my friends. They're the ones who called me into the office. Come, we need to have a talk. And then 2 minutes later, they're firing me, the people who I work with. And I couldn't hear what they were saying because I was in shock.
Yeah.
It was horrible. One of the worst things I think anyone can do on this living planet is to give a pregnant woman that kind of bullet, because she's bringing in life. There's no one who should have the right to speak to a pregnant woman the way I was spoken to. It hurt me to my core. I couldn't hear Lynn. Now when I think about it, it's like I was submerged in water. But later on I learned that that's how pressure behaves, right? So when you're high pressure, I couldn't hear. I was just processing things in different ways.
Yeah.
I took my bag. When you're in the office, there's a box with papers. I poured out the papers. I took my box. I put in my things. I had potted plants. I was there to stay. I'm pregnant. I had potted plants. I put my photos of my husband. I packed my things. I called my husband and I told him, I think I've been fired. He was shocked. But he told me, you know what? Remember, he's my peace.
Yeah.
Do this. I'm sending you an Uber. Are you okay? First he asked me, are you okay? I said, yes. He said, I'm sending you an Uber. I can't leave the office now. He worked on the other end of Nairobi, and I understand that. But he told me, you need to get home. You need to rest. Because he knew that my situation is not the right situation to be fine. And he sent me an Uber, and I went downstairs. And I took my things and I left the company. And I'm going to tell you that that was the most pivotal point of my career. And I thank God. I thank God that that happened. Because that birthed my purpose. Good. The weight at which that happened, you're releasing me, you're telling me I'm nothing because I'm a mom, because I'm slow, because I'm pregnant, because I'm expecting a child in a happy relationship. That is why you want to put me down. I'm going to use my pain.
I love that.
For my purpose.
Good.
So God has given you these two challenges. You're pregnant, and then suddenly you have now a whole nother game to play. And I had to choose.
You chose. And you chose peace.
And I believe that that is when God, let me tell you, sorry, I'm a Christian, so
it's okay.
When Joseph was in the dip, in the ditch, that pit where he was not, it was a vessel to get into the kingship.
Yes.
Had he not gotten into the pit, he would have not gotten to the kingship. My pit was my pit. I don't want to fight it. They gave me that hole to position me as a queen.
Yeah.
And that is purposeful. Now I look at it and I say, you know what? Thank you, Lord, for my pit. So that I don't stay there. I go into it and I rise. So that's sometimes when I'm like, you know what? I can sue you and get rich and have a lot of money and, and all that stuff. But I'm trying to take away the pit.
Yes.
Instead of sitting in the pit and using it as a vessel.
You're trying to come out before.
I would have already spoken about it long time, told you the company's name, how they came, who it is, what happened. I was in senior management, Lynn. At some point, they're cutting aside a double income home and a pregnancy. Please, I am pregnant. I was 7 months pregnant. They took away not just my income. I pleaded with the HR not to take away my insurance because I had not saved financially saved because I was relying on the insurance. They took away my insurance. Why don't you leave me with insurance? Let me give birth, please. I've already booked Aga Khan. Kindly, please. No. Go. And I think for me, those are the things that give me that strength. That's the stuff that gives, okay, take my insurance.
Yeah.
Let's see how God is going to come in and lift me out and use that pain to give purpose. Right now, I am a proud owner of, my company is doing a wonderful thing. We're able to, I feel like I'm jumping myself.
No.
But we are now helping more than 1,000 women directly towards this journey of motherhood. And every day, I don't know about your phone, because half the time I had to change my number.
Yeah.
Women just say, Kez, thank you. That's it. Thank you.
What's the name of your company?
So it's called the Queendom KE.
The Queendom KE.
Yes, it's called the Queendom KE. We're moving now the Queendom Africa because I'm now working with around Africa. But the whole point is to aim to empower and inform mothers on the journey into motherhood. There are certain things that you should not do, and the information is very little.
Scarce.
And so we're here to give you that information. I feel like a woman needs a couple of things when she becomes a mom. She needs really good information. 100% high quality information. She needs a good support system and a community, and that's where the community of the queens come in. And financial sustenance and support.
Allow me to take you back to this part now. You said you became a mother before you experienced wifehood.
Yes.
Is it a bad thing or is it a good thing? Like, since now you are actually talking to moms, marriage and stuff, just talk to me about that part.
Right. I don't know how to answer you, Lynn.
Yeah.
I don't have the answer. I don't know.
Yeah.
But what we've decided is a choice.
Yes.
We're looking forward. Now we steal moments. Now we're like, come, I show you. Yeah. You see, you have to use what God has given you to your advantage.
Yeah.
There are times when I'm just a mom and I'm on mom drive and my husband can see it and he says, you know what? Come, be a wife for a minute.
Yeah.
You know, come, let's go and let's do this.
Yes.
So it creates that juice. It's a nice thing for me. But of course we have the what if, what would have happened if. And we sit on that hope. Just the other day he texted me, said, in another 20 years, I'm going to have you to myself.
See how you are blushing.
This is terrible.
This is beautiful.
He makes me feel like, let's do the task that we have now. Let's enjoy the kids, because one day we're going to go on a cruise, just you and I, and we're going to enjoy that you and I season. It gives you now a hope, a goal, something to look forward to. Yeah. So, I mean, of course it was a challenge.
Yes.
And I will also say this. I've never seen him at his best when I was pregnant. He was at his best. He took care of me, Lynn. He used to drop me at the mouth of at some point I was like, I'm fine, you know. He took care of me. He was so good through the birth season.
Yes.
He was there. He was there in the room. He was there to receive his baby. He was there to take care of me. Postpartum was seamless. My husband was there. He was present. He took care of me. He used to bring me food on a tray. I mean, he was there.
Yeah.
He was present. And that's another message I have for you. Men are there. This whole narrative of dogs.
Men are trash.
I mean, I don't know what's happening to women, really. And I know after this, they're going to finish me online. I'm dead.
Oh, Mekwisha.
No, I'm finished.
You're done.
Ladies, Nini, kidogo too, like,
Yeah.
you need to give the man his kingship, because he deserves his kingship. If you're not finding a king, the error is on you. But the kings are there and they're lined up. I married a king. So in the event that I'm the queen, this is just King Kunta. He's the king. So it's not a competition. Now you see what happens is when I started the queendom, you want to feel like I'm the queen, you know, and this is my dynasty. But the truth is, he is the king. He's my king.
Yeah.
So if I go around and I say, how can you call your man your king?
Yeah.
This man supports me financially.
I like that
He
you are coming
supports
to
me
this part.
emotionally.
Let's go to what he does.
Yes.
Because I feel like this is where women feel the need to come out and talk
Right.
about men, because you're saying you're a queen.
Yes.
You have your king.
Yes.
Your king knows his responsibilities.
This is right.
The problem is people want to be called kings.
Yes, without the role.
Without the role. They don't want to do what a king is supposed to do. They don't want to provide.
That's correct.
They don't want to protect.
Yes.
They don't want. We had these heated arguments, and we were like, it's okay. You are my king.
Yes.
I love you.
Yes.
I wanna, God, I cherish you.
Yes.
But please,
Yeah.
do not come
and
tell
sit.
me you want to be called a king.
No.
For doing nursery
Nothing.
kids.
No, agreed, Lynn.
You get it?
need to keep up the role.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you just say this man supports you financially.
Yeah, no, he does.
This man protects.
Yes.
This man fights for you. This man
Yes.
is your peace.
Yes.
So if I'm gonna be
Yes.
a queen,
Yes.
let me be a queen to a king.
That's right. So with the work that I'm doing,
Yeah.
I'm at home. I'm with kids.
Yes.
If you don't have a king, he's going to come and trample over you, because, you know, she's not bringing much. You can't see. You know, it's stuff that's keeping the house running and stuff. So at this point in time, it's very easy for the wrong man, a bad man, actually, I should say a bad man, to come and stamp on you and hurt you and hit you emotionally and tell you, give you no self-worth.
Yeah.
But it takes a king to help you to rise out of that space and speak into you. My husband always speaks into me. You know, I'm saying these things, and allow me to say on this interview that we are not perfect.
Yes.
In fact, I'm not even telling you that we're probably having a fight. And it's one of those, I can't do this anymore. We need therapy. We need help. We're struggling. So don't negate. They're not two separate things. They are together. Having a tough relationship, but having a wonderful one can move together. It's just how you navigate the tough. Wow. So allow me to encourage on your channel therapy.
Go on.
Therapy. You need, if you're married, go for, it's like a health check. It's how you're going to check the state of your health of your marriage. It's a little bit expensive. But you know what else is expensive? The cost of divorce. Divorce is the most expensive thing you will take. Rather take the therapy. So I don't know. I feel like we don't normalize that therapy conversation.
Yeah.
It's too weird. How can I be going for therapy? Kwani niko na shida ina gani? Kwani hatuwezi ongea? Try the therapy and see if it works.
Yeah, and God, I love you.
No, I love you too.
Mama. I love you.
No, I love you
I
too.
love you. And I love that now. Do you feel like things are coming together for you for good?
I told you about the seed in the ground.
Oh, yeah.
I've never been so happy. I've never been so happy. This is the point where God had brought me. And now he opens doors. Now he allows you to be purposeful and to be full. Yeah. I'm so happy with my husband, even if we're struggling. I'm happy with my children. I'm happy with my motherhood journey. My business is now taking off. I'm at home and I'm helping other women know that you're not nothing when you're at home. You're everything when you're home. It's a sacrifice.
Yes.
And it's that sacrifice that God has already positioned in your life. So right now we work with queens. I work with hospitals, doctors, lawyers, to try and help this woman to see herself in the best light that she is in.
Yes.
So if any woman is missing out, any woman is struggling through that first 5 years of motherhood, that first 5 years of marriage, jump onto the queendom. This is where we help you to see yourself in the light that you are. You're a queen. Just knowing your role and understanding what best position, how do I put my foot? Where do I invest my money? How do I take care of this child? Where do I do the breastfeeding? I'm pregnant again. Kezia, I don't know how I'm going to manage. This is my third baby. I wasn't prepared. Kezia, I can't, my work is ending. We need each other.
Yeah.
Oh, Lynn, I pray that we can find community with each other. A woman needs that community. So that's what I'm trying to bring. And may it happen that on the day I leave this earth, I leave it better than I found it. Yeah. I leave women helped. I leave them touched.
Yes.
This is my prayer.
Yeah. Kezia, marriage works.
Marriage works. Marriage works, Lynn. Marriage works. Yeah.
Just put in the work.
Yeah, yes. There's work. There's work in marriage, but it works. And there are good people out there.
Good men.
Yes, they're good men.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kwa kina Kunta, bail ilisha.
Ilisha la money. Ooh, but we shall negotiate. We see. Tutaona
kama
bill.
I'm asking for no for me.
Not just simu yangu. My phone might be doing the thing.
No for me. No for me. It's for the people. It's for my people who are watching. It's for my people who are watching. And maybe wangetaka kujua.
But let me tell you, there is good men. Let me just see, there's a place there. There are good men who are in church. They're trying to find God. They're also looking for wives, by the way. Yeah, we have a couple. And just now maybe we'll be like, I'm also looking for a good man. But God is able. It's God who brings that person.
Yeah.
If you dedicate yourself to him, he'll bring that perfect person.
I think I've had one of the most beautiful conversations.
I
don't even feel like... Do you have a podcast, Kezia?
Yes, I do.
You have a podcast?
Yes, I do.
Because I was going to put in a challenge. I feel like you need a podcast for yourself.
Yes, I do. Queendom.
Because I've seen your YouTube and stuff, but I feel like you actually need this crazy podcast for yourself.
Right. I'll do it. It's so funny. It's so easy, but I struggle with my mind and my body. So give me some time. If you see that I'm a bit slow, I am definitely on it. And the queendom is fully functional.
Yes,
so,
I want to wind up, but before I do, is there anything you think we should have touched on that we haven't touched on?
Right. I do want to allow the viewers to know, especially the women, that it's important for you also to be financially secure. It's a really big deal. Not everything plays its cards the way it has played for me, and you need to be able to have your areas around you secure. So people are different. Be very careful with who you're associating yourself with, but also be self-sustainable and be self-secure.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm in a happy marriage, you want to throw everything in the air.
Yes.
So invest in yourself, find yourself, and be secure in yourself. And it's not to say that he's separate, it's that it's plus.
Yes.
And always give, and it'll be given back to you.
Yeah. I love. So I want to throw in a challenge.
All right.
Because you spoke so highly of your mom-in-law.
Okay.
So if you can just look at that camera and talk to mom-in-law.
Wow.
Because for me, it's a special moment. Seeing people say good vibes about their family, their extended family, their mom-in-laws. It's beautiful. And I hope she watches this. Mom, please. Kunta, tumia mami kitu. I watch, please. So just tell her something.
Oh, Mama. Hi, Mama. I'm so glad that, I'm married to Kunta. But it's God who brought me to you. You're the mom that I had never had. And I have 2 moms now, but I thank God for the love that you gave me when I came. I am forever grateful. And I want you to remember that we always pray. Our prayers are on our knees because everything, ni Mungu, ni Mungu. I love you very much.
Wow. Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, no, I do.
Now to Kunta, even
Yes.
for just yeah, because maybe, you know, we assume you've
Yeah.
told him sweet words.
Yeah.
What's that you would want
Wow.
him to know that you haven't told him?
What have I not told you? Babe, what have I not told you? I tell you everything. I talk to Kunta a lot. But I know that you might not realize how much I value you, even in the tough seasons. I love you with all my heart, and I value you with all my heart. You're the gift that God gave me. And I pray that we can grow old together. In peace and love, we move like music. I want to rededicate myself to you. And if there's any way I fall short, please forgive me. But I love you. And I pray that God gives you the wife that you deserve through me. Yeah.
That's a good one. 2 more to go.
Okay.
To your kids, because this interview is gonna stay online
Yes, that's
forever,
correct.
ever.
Yeah.
So, what would you want to tell your kids?
I have 2 wonderful girls, strong girls. I have the 2 of you. I have my Wendo and my Zola. I love you guys. I've given up my life to ensure that you are happy. Your happiness is what I was after. And I just pray. I gave you prayers. I dedicated some prayers to you. You must ask me about them, okay? I laminated them. They're safe. But may nothing fall in your front that you cannot walk over. May you find the spirit within you to be together as sisters, but to move forward in life. You're strong girls. And I want you to know that Mommy loves you. I'm here for you. And when I am not here for you, God will always be there with you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And finally,
Yes.
dear Kezia.
Yes. Wow, that was hard. Dear Kezia is hard.
Because we want to say things to other people.
Yeah.
But when it comes to us,
That's right. Yeah, that's
we are
right.
like,
Yeah.
what?
What did I tell myself? Dear Kezia, you are wonderful as you are. And God has put you in your space for His own purpose. I pray that you bloom and you flourish with what He has given you to become the best version of yourself. Yeah. Remember that you love deep, reach wide. Yeah, I think that's it.
Love deep,
That was hard.
rich,
Wide.
Yeah. You are awesome.
Yeah, no,
thank you for honoring.
Can
I tell you something? This is not the last conversation we are having together.
No, this is not.
Oh,
this
please,
is not.
you gotta come to this show again, just to give us this kind of hope.
No, absolutely.
You have so much grace in you, and again, you are such a Bible, and you've made me really happy. You've actually really made me so happy. You've made me so happy today, and I hope I can get to sit again with you for another genuine, authentic conversation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, before we wind up, where can people find you?
So I am on socials, thequeendom.ke. We're now on the Queendom Africa, www.queendom.co.ke if you need me. And you can reach out to me as well on WhatsApp. If you go on the Queendom, you'll find my WhatsApp number. So I want you to go there first, check out what's going on, and then reach out to me. You'll find our contacts there. Don't go through stuff alone. Make sure you reach out, especially the women, the moms. We're here for you. We're here to help you. Yeah. So yes. So,
all more grace to you.
No, thank
As
you.
you said, may you bloom.
Yes.
May you go deeper, wider, richer.
you.
May money follow you.
Amen.
May grace follow
Hallelujah.
you. No, may so many things. May love keep following you.
Thank you, Lynn, and I take it all back to you.
Yes. And honestly, I cannot wait to have another genuine conversation.
Absolutely, I'm here for you, Lynn. You have my personal number.
I know, Mama, I made it.
Mama, I made it.
Mama, I made it.
So much
Yes, and say hi when you go back to the Queen.
I will send my greetings. Thank you so much.
We are good?
Yeah.
Shall we wind up?
Yes.
All right. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I think today's biggest lesson is be very intentional and deliberate with the kind of person you want to end up with. Marriage works. True love is a gift. Men are not trash. Men are not dogs. Let's have a conversation. Go out there and find your king. Because if you are not with a king, that's your fault. Because kings exist. We've had such an amazing conversation today, and I want you to tell me on the comment section what was your take home. And of course, if you want to reach out to Kezia, and guys, let me know what should we. I just want her to come back on the show, so you gotta help me with what do you want us to talk about, because me I can just call her for myself so that we just vibe and vibe and vibe. But on the comment section, let me know what are your thoughts on today's conversation, and if she comes back, what is it that you would want her to cover. Thank you so much. 600k subscribers are here we come. And of course, I want to say thank you to a couple of people today that I'm really appreciative of. This is not an ad, guys, but I always say you never walk alone. I want to say a special thank you to Team Maridadi Motors. Guys, you've seen we've done a couple of work together. This here personally is not an ad, but if you want to import cars, those are your people. Their contact details are right here. I also want to appreciate people from Tap Tap Sender. We met them in London. They were really kind to us and they have beautiful energy. You want to send money back home? That's the app that you need to use. And of course, today I just want to appreciate myself. Been through a lot these couple of days and I'm still here standing and hanging on. Want to reach out to Kezia? Contact details are right here on the screen. You want to reach out to me? My email is right there on the screen. And also today, be kind to yourself. You know, just be a bit kind to yourself, no matter what you are dealing with. Till next time, bye-bye.